Battle control initialized.
And we're live. We have Persian versus Persian versus 5 aces. Top left is 5 aces, Persian on the bottom right. RA is a little bit of my forte. They're both going to get their power plants up fairly quickly. I typically see people play on this map. I think it's a little bit more of an advantage to the guy on the left-hand side. It's a little bit easier to build down to this ore that's going to grow. The right-hand side has a little bit of an issue with this little choke here by that ore, but we'll see what happens. So both teams are going to be getting out there. Both players are going to be getting out their rifle infantry, do a little bit of scouting. Perhaps be a little bit aggressive with it. Refinery is going to be coming up as well on both sides. There's also, it looks like a defense being built by 5 aces just to be a little bit cautious. Persian just getting some rifle infantry up on the perimeter of his base. He wants to make sure that he's not going to get got at. Rifle infantry, however, are going to be grouped up for 5 aces, and he would be able to dispose of those rifle infantry should he desire. Refineries are up simultaneously. Good stuff, guys. Riflemen spotted. Casualty for Persian Immortal. 2 more riflemen coming up for 5 aces to secure the south end of the map. Get a little bit more intel about what's going on here. Let's see what else they're building now, boys. 2 war factories coming out at near identical time. 5 aces has his... Oh, this is quite interesting. He's using a grenadier just to take out this concrete wall. He probably wants to expand to this ore. Sorry. To the gems a little bit quicker here. Maybe I was a bit wrong about also the disadvantaged side here on the right, because it seems like it does have easier entrance to this ore in the middle. The gems, I should say. Very cool play. I've really actually never really seen many people do that. Ore factories both online. Are they going to be building early things, or are they going to be building more trucks? Jeep and flak truck coming out respectively. Advanced power plant for 5 aces, as well as the second refinery coming out for Persian. Persian's going to have a little bit more of a better economy at that point. However, 5 aces, if he does this right, he can move his MCV. He might be able to actually poke this Jeep away with that flak. Looks like he's going to. This Jeep needs to back off ASAP. This flak truck's going to get a little bit more intel. It's going to poke into the base here. Touch the barracks a little bit. Second ore truck up for Persian here. Third ore truck now. Meanwhile, 5 aces just has 1. He's got to get going a little bit more on his economy. A little bit worried about what he might have right now. Just take a look at the economy tab. What does he have currently on hand? 5 aces is running a little bit thin here. He's actually bottomed out as well. Persian's coming very close, but he seems to have the refinery or the ore trucks to sustain it. This flame tower is going to deter this Jeep, but the Jeep's getting intel. He now knows that this MCB has been moved. He doesn't know where, if it's been moved to the center of the map or to the bottom left by this ore, but he's probably going to find out fairly soon. This flak truck, however, he's going to go find this Jeep, take care of it. Light tank is well coming out. Light tank will take out this flak truck if they come into play. However, the light tank's going to do a little bit of scouting. It's going to poke the war factory just a little bit. It would be interesting if you rather just poked around the power plants and kited a bit. Alright, we got the second ore truck from 5 aces coming out, but he's going to be collecting gems, so this is going to be a nice boost to his econ. Meanwhile, Persian actually has 4 ore trucks now. Oh, this is shaping up to be pretty good. Scouting Jeep still alive for Persian. Flak truck not too far off its tail. They know where the Jeep's running. Power plant built now by that barracks. Looks like it's crawling. Well, yeah, sorry, the build radius. He can crawl a little bit back this way, so he's got a lot of places where he can build now, kind of off of this area and off of the center. Radar dome coming on as well for Persian. Now, solar, I think German is allies. Yes, that's correct. So that gives him the advanced chrono stuff. He's moving his MCV as well a little bit. But there's a Tesla coil coming up from 5 aces. This is a problem, my friends. This Tesla coil already sees the MCV. He needs to... Oh, he just canceled his production. Oh no, sorry, this is a second MCV. This is okay, the production was not canceled. Artillery's going to start hitting that truck. Helipad coming out a little bit aggressive. This Tesla coil, if he can't back up this building placement on that Tesla coil, the inaccuracy of that artillery, this is kind of an issue. Let's zoom in a little bit to get a little bit of a better look here. Sorry, I'm just gonna get Spy on Mumble with me. Alright. See if we can get Spy myself here. 2 artillery! Wow, they took out the Tesla coil, and now they're taking out this refinery. This refinery goes down, and 5 Aces is forced to go back. You know, it's not too much of a loss. He's still got the 1 refinery here, and he's got lots of ore back there he can fall back on. So he's kind of taking the advantage here of going in off the center here. So I'm just gonna, you know, I can't just alt-tab just yet. This APC is gonna go in. It's gonna try to squish. Whoa! 4 infantry down. He's going for those artillery. Ooh, couldn't get them. These artillery are still doing a lot of work. Interesting ore truck. A very aggressive building placement. It looks like both players want to take control of the center ore patch, because this means by association they should also have the top right of that map. 5 Aces, as predicted, is now going to fall back to where he was before. 1 second, guys. Alright, so I gave Spy the chat. Hopefully he can come cast with me. I think he's spectating at this time with me as well. Flak truck's just out of range of that hind. Isn't going to cause an issue, but he's moving the MCV up now as well. Might have joiners in this mobile channel. Alright, so we got some aggressive movement here coming out from Persian. He's doing a very good job. A little bit vulnerable down here. All this ore is about to wear out. He should probably keep a couple trucks there, but he's probably going to end up moving a couple more trucks north here as well. Might actually just keep another lingering around. 5 Aces, so I'm not spending enough time looking at his base. He's got a airfield set up. His artillery are making pretty quick work of this power plants. You know, if these flak trucks, oh, they're getting taken out. They can't get to the artillery in time. That's a big deal. If he can get a yak up though, these artillery are a little bit toast. Alright, cool. Hey, we have Spy on the line here. Hello, Spy. If you can hear me. Spy, Spy, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Hello and welcome to ham.in Mumble server.
I can see it's a very popular one.
Indeed.
How many channels there are?
Yeah, it's been alive for a while. Anyways, let's get back to this game here. Looks like 5 Aces is moving his MCV.
5 Aces is in a lot of trouble right now. The arties are being taken out, but I don't think there's enough ammo from that yak to take care of the rest of these. Radar dome's going to go down. MCV's not really doing anything at this point. He's going to need to build up a lot if he's going to survive this.
Yeah, I think you're right. That one yak can't do enough, and he's saying he's a little bit tired.
Yeah. I honestly thought I was going to go into 5 Aces favor, but I guess he got a little carried away.
Yep. So, sorry, did 2 yaks just come off the airfield at the same time there?
Yeah, that's a little glitch, I think.
That's been around for a while.
It has.
1 AA gun takes out that yak.
Sometimes they land both at the same airfield. It allows them to ammo back up at the same time.
Gotcha.
It doesn't happen often.
Check out the bottom corner of the map. The 2 MCVs are going to kind of encounter each other here. 5 Aces might actually take out this construction yard.
Donald Trump does have a lot of rifle infantry though. So these rocket soldiers might get taken out really quickly, but Flamethrower is going to make really fast work of that MCV. But I think Donald Trump did manage to account for that.
Pretty good hold.
Yeah, 5 Aces is feeling really tired.
You know, yeah.
I think it's like 4 AM at his house. It's in Austria, right? Is that UTC time?
Yes.
UTC time?
We're at a little bit...
like 6 hours ahead.
Yeah, it's over. You could tell there's a little bit of desperation at the end, but just give it. Oh, good stuff.
That was well played by Donald Trump there. He's really good at base pushing. Probably one of the more powerful things you can do
Yep.
in Rail Alert.
Yeah, so maybe you can give me a little bit more knowledge. Is MCV, like early on, one of the typical builds that we see now? We saw
It
5
depends on
Aces
the map.
do it, and we saw Persian eventually do it, right? Oh, sorry, 5 Aces moved his MCV. I should correct myself there. Okay.
Well, I think it depends on the map. It's a lot more essential to do it if you're Soviet because you don't have artillery to defend or attack with, and the only thing we really have against artillery is the flak truck. So
Yes.
you want to get those Tesla coils up in your expansion as early as possible. Otherwise, you're probably going to get taken out and not have an economy. But I do think Allies does have a bigger advantage on several maps, just because of the artillery itself.
Right.
And it's easier to defend once you have like a turret, go box, or a AA gun up at your expansion already.
Yep.
You have to be really careful when you play as Soviet to get those flak trucks and snipe them. I haven't played Soviet in a while, so I'm not sure of the state of the game, but I do think flak trucks early on are the only option for Soviet when they're fighting against Allies.
Right.
Other than
that's
that,
fair.
early Yaks would be nice too, because AA guns do take a while to build.
Yep.
So if you focus fire correctly and queue up those attacks, then you might get 2 or 3 artillery.
Yep.
Before your Yak goes down by some rocket troopers or something.
Right. You know, I think the kind of the kicker there is they're going artillery on Allies, but because they're going artillery, they have that radar dome. They're able to get those AA guns up. It's part of an issue, right? Like if artillery did
definitely.
require the radar, say required something else, it might be a little bit of a different story for the Yak to counter all those. Anyways, I
Well,
gotta
think
hop
it's
out
kind
of
of a
this.
good thing
Oh yeah,
to
go on.
have the radar dome as a requirement, because if you think about it, if instead the service depot was a requirement,
Yes.
then they could also get an MCV and artillery at the same time.
Right.
So it does force Allies to go for 2 different tech buildings.
Yep.
So that it takes longer for them to expand, as well as needing to get the artillery out first.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You can't. That would just be insane if it was the service depot. Let's see if there's any other players online here that we can get another game going.
Battle control terminated.
Yeah, someone said they wanted to play Tiberian Dawn.